Happy New Year! That means it's 2012 and this show is now every Wednesday. Hashtag news you should know.
You're watching Misty Kingma. News you should know.
So how was your New Year? What did you guys do? And did you make any New Year's resolutions? Tell me down in the comments. I actually had a great New Year's Eve, one of the best ever because nothing bad happened.
Oh look, I have a gold dress on.
But if you want to see all of my New Year's Eve vlog, you're going to have to follow me on Tumblr. And if you're not on Tumblr, you should be on there anyway because it's an awesome, awesome site. Speaking of New Year's Eve, did you guys watch the annual Rose Parade on TV? What you might not have seen was the Occupy Octopus float that happened right after the televised broadcast was over. Hundreds of protesters marched this huge 70-foot octopus made out of recycled bags down the parade route, which is 1.5 miles. But don't worry, they were peacefully marching it down. So now we know what the Occupy Wall Street movement was doing during the holidays. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with this because they did it peacefully, they did not interrupt the televised broadcast, and to all the people that were there that shouted at them, get a job, this and that, you're homeless, take a shower. Obviously, this takes a lot more organization and planning than just some lazy teenagers, so people start taking this seriously. Seriously. Well, also a new year means new California laws. Sorry if you don't live in California, these don't apply to you, but good to know because some of these are kind of groundbreaking. I'm going to read to you guys now some of the most interesting laws that are going into effect now, and also there's a few that are going into effect in July of this year. Number 1, it is now illegal to own or sell shark fins. Number 2, craft beer makers are allowed to open tasting rooms even if food is not served. That could be awesome. 3, the HPV vaccine will be available to kids as young as 12 without parent permission. This is going to make a lot of conservatives mad. Number 4, minors won't be able to buy cough syrup. I guess there's too many minors that are getting robo-tripping and getting high off cough syrup. I didn't do that when I was a teenager, but that's a great idea. Number 5, minors will also not be allowed to use tanning beds. This is kind of crazy. I remember using a tanning bed all the time when I was a teenager, and I think a lot of those high schoolers are going to be mad. What are they going to do when prom rolls around? Number 6, California students will be the first in the U.S. to receive mandatory curriculum about the contributions of gays to the development of the U.S. I want to learn about that. Number 7, the last one that I'm going to tell you guys about. Schools must have a process in place for dealing with gay bullying complaints. Just the complaints? Well, also their personnel must intervene if they witness gay bullying. This is taking effect July 1st. But shouldn't it actually take effect now? There's so many stories in the news about bullying that I'm shocked that this isn't taking effect right now. My take on this is that it's kind of crazy that more people don't read up on new laws going into effect. Because how many of you would never have known that stuff if you didn't watch this show? Also, in the spirit of the new year, the FDA has approved a hangover pill that's supposed to cure your hangover. You take it the next morning after a night of heavy drinking, and it's brought to us by a true New Yorker, and it's called blowfish. It's only $1 a pill, and it's basically, they say, a combination of lots of caffeine and lots of aspirin, and in just 15 minutes, it's supposed to alleviate your nausea and fatigue. Okay, that sounds awesome, and the name is pretty amazing, but I'm pretty sure you don't need a pill to cure your hangover. You could just brew some coffee and take a bunch of aspirin, but I guess if it's in like some fancy, pretty packaging, you're gonna buy it, right? And speaking of, they're actually giving out free samples on their website right now, so just check out this link. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press that like button. Why not? I'll see you guys next week for more news you should know. Bye!